watching Scrapple TV.
I'm Kevin Hynes, and this is Binge Purge. Summer is ending soon, and I will no longer feel guilty for not leaving my precious couch. I mean, who needs sunlight? Skin cancer is a real thing, but I miss that summer feeling. I want to feel energized. I want to go to the beach, but don't want to leave my apartment. I mean, it's scary out there. I mean, where do I want to go? Miami Vice it is. Jesus Christ on a fucking pogo stick. I love this fucking show. Miami Vice was created by Anthony Yekovic and produced by Michael Mann, the director of Heat. It originally premiered in 1984, starring the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Heartbeat himself, Don Johnson, as James Sonny Crockett, co-starring the smooth as silk Philip Michael Thomas as Ricardo Rico Tubbs. Theirs was a bromance for the ages. Originally pitched as MTV Cops, Miami Vice was like an explosion of color on a gray television landscape. The show had it all: gorgeous cars, beautiful women, and Jesus Christ, the speedboats! I can't imagine what each episode cost to produce. I mean, the first season alone seems like such a high-budgeted affair that rivaled big-budget blockbusters at the time. They must have been in league with drug cartels to get that funding. Have I mentioned the amazing 80s soundtrack? Miami Vice is about undercover cops who are terrible at blending in. But damn, they look good in those suits. It takes place at the height of the drug war, and this is like the Disney version of ripped from the headline stories. Miami Vice glorifies sex, drugs, and explosions. At the same time, it somehow manages to thumb its nose at that culture. Side note, if you're interested in what was actually going on in Miami during that time, check out the excellent documentary Cocaine Cowboys, which is also streaming on Netflix. It's funny, as the dealers at the time were huge fans of Miami Vice. Kind of hilarious to get their take on the series. The show is quality right out of the gate, with the pilot entitled Brother's Keeper. It chronicles the meeting of Crockett and Tubbs and includes a scene that has become iconic for the show. Crockett and Tubbs are driving to confront the big bad. They're armed to the teeth and ready to kick ass. Suddenly, In the Air Tonight comes on the radio, and the rest is television history. Now, whenever that song comes on in the car, I pretend that I'm Don Johnson. Also, look for a youngish Edward James Olmos as Lieutenant Castillo, a no-nonsense lieutenant with a checkered past. He actually really grounds the show, especially with his somber performance. If you think he was good in Battlestar Galactica as Admiral Adama, you have not seen an episode of Miami Vice. He has an amazing two-part episode based on his past entitled Golden Triangle. He just oozes badassery, and this two-parter just shows how hardcore the man is. Also, you get to see Edward James Olmos in a Speedo, if you're into that. I am. So, also a great thing about Miami Vice is the cameos and early acting roles of pretty major stars. You see a young Bruce Willis in the episode No Exit, Ed O'Neill, Al Bundy himself, in the episode Heart of Darkness. Also, you have Liam Neeson, Ving Rhames, Wesley Snipes when he's not evading taxes, John Turturro, and even Bill Paxton. Not to mention cameos by Willie Nelson, Gene Simmons, Ted Nugent, Frank fucking Zappa, Phil Collins, Miles Davis, Little Richard, James Brown, and Leonard Cohen. People actually fought to guest star. It was literally the hottest show on the planet at the time. Is it a great show? Has it aged well? Does it fucking matter? I don't understand the fact people will discount a show or movie if it is dated. I see them as time capsules. It's great because it is dated. Now, if you want more Miami Vice action, there's actually a comic book series being published by IDW Comics entitled Miami Vice Remix. It's more of an R-rated version of the show, and it fits wonderfully into the series canon. Woo! I think I'm coming down. I mean, so much 80s. Miami Vice is streaming right now on Netflix. Please take this awesome time machine back to a decade full of color and excess. This is Kevin Hynes, and you've been purged.